hold on to your wigs and clutch your pearls, because Love and Hip Hop Atlanta has just been flipped upside down in the most scandalous way imaginable. Fans are in utter disbelief as a secret that no one saw coming just exploded across the internet. Kendra Robinson, yes, that Kendra, the loyal, ride-or-die partner of young Jock, has been exposed in the most unthinkable betrayal to ever hit the franchise. And who is the man at the center of this firestorm? None other than Kirk Frost. That's right, folks. In a jaw-dropping twist, straight out of a messy reality show fever dream, Kendra has been caught cheating on young Jock with Kirk. And if that's not shocking enough, brace yourself, because there's allegedly a S3X tape, a grainy, late-night leaked clip that has fans absolutely losing their minds. It surfaced on a shady gossip page late last night and has already racked up millions of views and even more questions. Is it real? Is it staged? Or is this the ultimate career-ending scandal? Social media is in flames. Twitter is a battlefield. Instagram comments are straight savage. Not Kendra with Kirk. Young Jock better flip a table over this. First Jasmine, now Kendra. Kirk stays booked and messy. But what's even more chilling is how this all came to light. Insiders say Jock found out the hard way, on set. That's right, cameras were rolling when he got the news. What followed was an explosive confrontation that left producers scrambling, cast members divided, and security called in to de-escalate what almost became an all-out brawl. And now, the entire cast is reeling. Rashida is reportedly devastated. Bambi is furious. Spice is speechless. And Mama D, oh baby, she already poured a drink and is telling everyone. I always knew something was off with that girl. So how did this forbidden fling begin? Who leaked the tape? And will this scandal tear down 2 relationships and a franchise? Get ready, because what's coming next is more explosive than any reunion fight you've ever seen. And trust us, this story is just getting started. It all started on what should have been a normal afternoon on set. The cast of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta was in the middle of filming what producers promised would be a low-drama group scene at a local lounge. Young Jock was cracking jokes, holding court as usual, surrounded by friends, and showing off photos of him and Kendra from their recent vacation. They had just returned from Cabo, looking every bit like the power couple they painted on social media. Matching outfits, ocean views, champagne toasts, but behind Jock's wide smile and Instagram-perfect memories was a ticking time bomb, and it was about to explode in his face. Word began circulating before filming even started. At first, it was a hushed whisper, passed between crew members. Something about a leaked clip and a woman that looks a lot like Kendra. Nobody believed it. Not Kendra. Not Jock's Kendra. She was a straight-laced attorney, calculated, private, loyal to a fault. She'd stood by Jock through all his antics. Baby mama drama, commitment issues, the messiness that came with being young Jock. She wasn't the one to step out, or so everyone thought. But then one of the production assistants received a DM that changed everything. It was a link to a video uploaded on a shady, underground gossip site that had leaked drama before. Accurately, the title of the video, Kendra and Kirk caught in the act, hotel room footage. The assistant's eyes widened. She watched it, barely breathing. It was grainy, recorded from a corner angle, probably from a hidden cam. But what was clear, crystal clear, was the woman in the video. Her face turned to the side, her voice moaning a name. Kirk! She looked exactly like Kendra, down to the signature tattoo on her shoulder. Within minutes, the link had circulated through the entire production team. Cast members were whispering. Phones were buzzing. The director pulled Josie aside, clearly uncomfortable. "Hey man, you might want to step outside for a sec. Something's come up." Joke laughed it off. "What now? Spice? Arguing over green rooms again?" But the look on the director's face said it all. Jock stepped outside, and that's when the producer hit him with the news. A tape surfaced. It involves Kirk, and someone who looks like Kendra. It's all over the internet. Jock froze. "What?" he asked, blinking, trying to compute the words. Nah, you got the wrong girl. Kendra don't even talk to Kirk like that." The producer handed him a phone. "You need to see it for yourself." Jock hit play. At first, he tried to laugh it off, saying, "That could be anyone." But as the angle shifted, as the camera caught a closer glimpse of the woman's face and the unmistakable shape of her tattoo, all the air left his lungs. He staggered backward, like he'd been punched. "Turn that off," he snapped. "Turn that shot off." He stormed back into the lounge, face dark, hands balled into fists. Kirk had just arrived on set. He was walking in with a slight grin, not knowing the firestorm awaiting him. Jock didn't wait. He walked straight up and shoved him in the chest. "You want to tell me what the fuck that is?" he shouted. Kirk blinked. "What the hell are you talking about, man?" "You know what I'm talking about," Jock yelled. "You and my fiancé in some sleazy-ass hotel room. You think I wasn't gonna find out?" The entire lounge erupted in chaos. Cameras swerved, crew members scrambled, and castmates rushed to intervene. Security lunged between the two men as Kirk's expression turned from confusion to panic. "I don't know what you're talking about," Kirk barked. "I ain't done nothing with Kendra." But Jock wasn't hearing it. "Don't lie to me. I saw the tape, bro. You were in it, you and her." At that moment, Rashida, who had been filming in another room, came rushing in. She'd gotten a frantic text from production. When she saw the scene, Jock screaming, Kirk sweating, cast members looking stunned, her heart dropped. "What's going on?" she demanded. "Ask your man," Jock shouted. "Ask him what he's been doing behind everybody's back." Kirk turned to Rashida, desperation in his eyes. "Baby, I swear, I don't know what this is. Somebody's setting me up." Rashida narrowed her eyes. "This better not be another Jasmine situation, Kirk. Because I swear to God." As security held Jock back, producers pulled Kendra aside, who had just arrived and was completely unaware of the storm she was about to walk into. "Jock is losing it," a producer whispered. "We need to talk, now." Kendra, confused, followed them to a back room. The second she saw the phone screen, her mouth dropped open. "What the hell is this? That's not me." The producers exchanged glances. "Kendra, the internet thinks it is. The tattoo, the voice. It's not looking good." Kendra's face flushed red with anger and embarrassment. "Are you serious right now? That could be any light-skinned girl with a tattoo." "But the voice, Kendra," the producer said gently. "It sounds exactly like you. And the man in the video, it's Kirk." "I have not slept with Kirk Frost," Kendra shouted. "I wouldn't even look at him like that." Meanwhile, back on the floor, Bambi had joined the chaos, trying to calm Jock down while throwing shady side-eyes at Kirk. "Look, I ain't trying to stir nothing, but this ain't the first time Kirk got caught slipping," she whispered. Spice shook her head in disbelief. "I thought Kendra had more sense than that. This man done made Jock look like a damn fool." Mama D, who had magically appeared with a drink in hand, dramatically proclaimed, "I knew that girl had sneaky Energy! I told y'all! I told all y'all! Rashida grabbed Kirk's arm and pulled him aside. Tell me the truth. Right now. No lies. Kirk raised his hands. Baby, I swear to God, I don't know what that tape is, but I didn't cheat on you. Not with Kendra. Not with anybody. But Rashida wasn't convinced. So why did you delete your texts with her last week? Kirk froze. What? Don't play dumb, Kirk. I saw the phone. You told me you deleted them by accident. Was that before or after the hotel room? He stumbled. It wasn't like that. She hit me up for legal stuff. Business. Rashida stepped back, lips trembling. You always say it's business. You said that about Jasmine. You said that about every damn girl. By now, Kendra had re-entered the scene. Eyes wild, voice raised. Y'all really think I'd cheat on Jock with him? I love Jock. I would never do that to him. Jock stared at her, eyes bloodshot. Then explain. The tattoo. Explain the voice. Explain the timing. I don't have to explain anything, she snapped. Because I know the truth. Do you? Joke spat. Because the whole internet thinks you don't. And with that, he walked away. The cameras kept rolling. The producers whispered into earpieces. The footage was gold, but the cast, the cast was broken. Suspicion, rage, and betrayal hung in the air like smoke after a fire. Nobody knew what to believe. And worse, the internet had already chosen its side. By sunrise the next day, the scandal wasn't just a rumor. It had become a cultural event. The tape was everywhere. Blog headlines screamed betrayal in bold red fonts. Kendra and Kirk, say it ain't so. Young Jock blindsided on camera by S3X tape leak. TMZ, Shade Room, Baller Alert. Every platform had grabbed the story and run wild. The footage had now been analysed, slowed down, frame by amateur internet detectives, who insisted it was 100% Kendra. One fan even overlaid an old interview clip of her voice next to the audio in the tape. And the match was, frankly, uncanny. Kendra, meanwhile, was in full-blown crisis mode. She'd shut down her comments on Instagram. Her phone was blowing up with angry messages, former friends asking for the truth, bloggers begging for interviews, and worst of all, young Jock had gone ghost. No calls, no messages, just silence. She finally showed up at his condo the next evening. No makeup, no camera crew, no glam, just a woman unraveling. Open the door, Jock, please. No answer. Jock, we need to talk. You can't just believe that garbage. It's not me. Still, nothing. She finally sat on the doorstep, curled into herself like a child. Her voice broke. I love you. I wouldn't do this to you. You have to believe me. Inside, Joke was watching the tape again. Obsessively, torturously, replaying it, pausing, zooming in, looking for proof it wasn't her. But every time the camera caught the curve of her neck, the angle of her jawline, the faint tattoo on her shoulder, his heart shattered a little more. His phone rang. It was Scrappy. Bro, Scrappy said, gently. You good? Jock didn't respond. I know this is crazy. Scrappy continued. But listen, I talked to Kendra once about Kirk. She never said nothing bad. Never even hinted at liking him. You sure this ain't somebody trying to tear y'all apart? That's the thing, Jock said, his voice flat. I don't know what to believe anymore. Back at Rashida and Kirk's place, things were no better. Rashida had slept in the guest room. She was silent at breakfast, pushing eggs around her plate like it was poison. Kirk kept pacing. Baby, please. I swear I didn't touch that girl. You swore that last time too, Rashida snapped. I'm telling you this tape is fake. It's AI, deepfake, something. She narrowed her eyes. That's what we're doing now. You really expect me to believe some fan digitally created a sex tape of you and Kendra? Are you hearing yourself? Kirk sighed. I don't know, okay? But I didn't do this. Rashida stood up, slow and deliberate. Then prove it. How? He asked. Find out where that tape came from. Who leaked it? Who recorded it? Because right now, you're looking guilty as hell. Meanwhile, Bambi and Erica Mina were having brunch, talking about the chaos over bottomless mimosas. I always said Kendra was too uptight, Bambi said, stirring her drink. People like that, they break eventually. Erica rolled her eyes. I think Kirk's just cursed. Every time a woman breathes near him, chaos follows. I wouldn't trust him to house sit my cat. Back at the production offices, the executives were panicking. Yes, the ratings would be sky high, but they were also facing serious legal threats. Kendra's lawyer had already reached out, demanding the footage be pulled unless they could verify its authenticity. Jock's manager was livid. And Kirk. He was threatening to sue whoever doctored the clip. But one assistant, digging through old footage, made a chilling discovery. There was a night, months ago, during an after-party at a hotel in Buckhead. A night when both Kirk and Kendra were at a charity event. After the event, the cast was drinking heavily. Someone had mentioned a private after-party in a suite upstairs. There were no cameras allowed, no producers, just a few iPhone videos and some drunken Snapchats. But one blurry shot showed Kirk and a woman who looked a lot like Kendra stepping into an elevator together. She was wearing the same dress the woman in the tape wore, same clutch, same heels. The assistant immediately brought it to the producers. This changes everything, one whispered. Because if that elevator moment was real, the tape might not be fake after all. Rashida got wind of the footage and was devastated. I believed him, she told her sister. I looked him in the eyes and believed him. Girl, you always believe him, her sister said bitterly. Until you stop. Back at Jock's place, Kendra was finally let inside. He sat on the couch, stone-faced. I didn't do this, she said, pleading. I swear to God, Jock. I love you. I would never be with Kirk. He finally looked at her. Then why were y'all in that hotel? She froze. I saw the elevator footage, he said quietly. I saw y'all walk in, together. She fumbled. I don't remember. We all went up. Everyone was drinking. Maybe I was in the elevator, but I didn't go to his room. You sure? He asked. You sure you didn't black out and forget? Tears welled in her eyes. You really think I'm lying? I don't know what to think, she sobbed. It wasn't me, Jock. Please, don't let this ruin us. He stood up. I don't even know who us is anymore. The next day, Kirk showed up to Jock's studio. Man to man, he said, hands up. I didn't sleep with your girl. I swear. Jock didn't even look at him. You lied to Rashida for years. Why would I believe you now? Because I know what this feels like, Kirk said, voice low. I've been where you are. And if I could undo all the shit I put Rashida through, I would. But I didn't touch Kendra. Jock finally looked at him. Then who did? Kirk hesitated. I don't know. Somebody's lying, Jock said. And if it's not you, it's her. Just then, another twist hit the blogs. A message from an anonymous account. You want the truth? The tape isn't what you think. They were set up. More coming soon. The post included a screenshot of a hotel check-in log. showing another name attached to the room. The footage came from a name nobody expected. The name on the hotel registry sent shockwaves through the production office, and eventually the entire cast. It wasn't Kendra. It wasn't Kirk. The reservation for the suite in question had been made under the alias MD, as in Mama D. At first, everyone thought it had to be a mistake. Surely, Mama D wasn't involved in this chaos. She wasn't even directly connected to either Kirk or Kendra. But when the producers pulled up the full reservation log and connected it to her actual ID and payment card, it was confirmed. Mama D had booked the exact room where the infamous tape was recorded 2 days before the charity event. Same floor, same suite, same date. When the news reached the cast, jaws dropped. What the hell was Mama D doing booking hotel rooms for after parties? Rashida demanded. She's always inserting herself in other people's mess, Erica, Mina quipped. But this is diabolical. Jock didn't even know how to process it. He called her. Mama D, tell me this isn't true, he said, phone on speaker, as Scrappy listened silently beside him. I don't know what you're talking about, baby, she said innocently. You booked the damn hotel where the tape was filmed. The tape that just destroyed my relationship. She paused. I did book a room. I wanted to throw a little after-hours get-together. The producers told me to spice things up this season. That ain't illegal. Did you set us up? He asked, voice shaking. Did you set Kendra up? Another pause. Longer this time. I didn't know there were cameras in that room, she said slowly. Scrappy's head snapped up. Jock's face turned pale. What do you mean you didn't know there were cameras? I just wanted some behind-the-scenes content, she explained. Like a little footage for promo. Somebody must have taken it and leaked it before I could even look at it. You're telling me you accidentally filmed my girl in a compromising position with Kirk Frost? I didn't know they were even in that room together, Mama D said defensively. I just wanted drama, not destruction. But it was too late. The damage was done. And whether intentional or not, Mama D had just poured gasoline on a wildfire that had already consumed half the cast. Meanwhile, Kirk was facing his own internal crisis. He called Jasmine. Yes, that Jasmine. The one who had once rocked his world and nearly cost him everything. I need to talk, he said. Jasmine answered coolly. Oh, now you remember me. I'm not here for that, he said. I think somebody set me up. I need help. She raised an eyebrow. You think I'm gonna help you after you ghosted me? Please. He leaned forward. You're the only one who understands how this game works. You know how easy it is to make someone look guilty. You've done it. She smirked, flattered. Kirk showed her the footage, the registry, the anonymous post. She studied it all carefully. You were drunk that night, she said flatly. Don't even try to deny it. If you ended up in a room with Kendra, and the two of you made a mistake, I would remember that, he snapped. Would you? Jasmine asked coldly. Or do you only remember the lies you rehearse? Kirk rubbed his temples. I didn't do this. But even he wasn't sure anymore. Back at Jock's place, the silence between him and Kendra had turned into quiet warfare. She moved into the guest room. They barely spoke. When they did, it was short, cold exchanges. But late one night, Kendra knocked on his door. I need to know, she said. Know what? He asked, not even looking up from his phone. If you believe me. Jock sighed. I want to. But I can't ignore what I saw. The video, the hotel, the lies. I didn't lie, she said, voice trembling. I was drugged. His head whipped around. What? I went back and checked my texts, my photos. My memory is blurry for a reason. I think someone slipped something in my drink that night. He stood up. You serious? I'd never cheat on you, Jock, she said, crying now. Not with Kirk. Not with anybody. He took a step forward. Why didn't you say something before? I didn't want it to sound like an excuse. He hesitated, then slowly pulled her into a hug. If that's true, we're gonna find out. The next day, the show's producers brought in a digital forensics expert to analyze the footage, frame by frame. What they found shocked everyone. There were irregular timestamps, digital glitches, a missing segment between the entrance and the actual act. It was edited. More importantly, the metadata of the file showed that the original footage had been accessed and altered before it was ever leaked by someone using a laptop registered to Mama D's assistant. It was official. Someone inside the cast had doctored the tape. Mama D swore she knew nothing about it. That fool probably thought he was doing me a favor, she exclaimed, trying to get me more screen time. This wasn't my plan. But the cast didn't care. Rashida was furious. Jock was livid. Kendra, she was done. I want justice, she said. This went way too far. Producers decided to hold a private mediation, off camera, between all involved. Kirk, Kendra, Jock, Rashida, and Mama D were seated in a circle of tension, so thick it could be cut with a knife. I still don't know what happened that night, Kirk began, but I didn't willingly sleep with anyone. I swear. Kendra nodded. Same. I think we were both set up. Rashida crossed her arms. That's convenient. Jock looked at her. What's convenient is that this mess almost destroyed my life. Mama D sighed. I messed up. I let someone in my circle who didn't have our best interests. But I didn't plan this. Silence. Then Kendra said, I want the footage destroyed. All copies. Gone. The producers agreed. But the internet doesn't forget. Clips were already saved, downloaded, and circulated worldwide. Even if the original was taken down, the damage had been done. And just when they thought the storm was over, another anonymous post went viral. It claimed that someone else in the cast had helped spread the tape, and they weren't done yet, as the cast tried to recover from the near exoneration of both. Kendra and Kirk, the new anonymous message, sent everything spiraling again. It wasn't just a vague threat this time. It included names, timestamps, and direct accusations. According to the latest leak, the person who had intentionally spread the edited tape across the internet wasn't a random assistant. It was someone from inside the main cast. Someone who had every reason to want to sabotage Kendra and Jock. And that someone was Medina. The moment the name dropped, everyone was stunned. Medina Monroe, Scrap's ex, former friend of Kendra's, and a past cast member who'd been quietly trying to work her way back into the spotlight, was now the alleged mastermind behind the entire leaked tape. It was a twist no one saw coming. A deep dive into her old social media showed cryptic posts. Weeks before the scandal broke, karma always finds the liars. Some of y'all about to be exposed on camera and off. Fans had missed them at the time. But now, with everything that had happened, they were practically confessions. Kendra was speechless when she found out. Medina, she and I were friends. I helped her with her law stuff, gave her advice, invited her to my wedding, planning events. Why would she do this to me? Jock shook his head. Clout, this show makes people crazy. Medina, of course, denied everything. She went live that night, wearing a silky robe and a full beat, looking unbothered. People love a villain, she said, sipping champagne. But let's not pretend Kendra's a saint. That tape wasn't my doing. If you're mad, be mad at the truth. The comments section exploded. Half of the viewers dragged her. You jealous and bitter. Kendra was your friend, girl. Others, shockingly, defended her. She spilled the tea. Don't get mad now. Maybe it was real and she just helped expose it. The fan base was completely divided. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, the producers were scrambling to salvage the show's image. While riding the massive wave of attention, the reunion special was fast approaching, and they knew it would either heal everything or blow it all to hell. At the private reunion taping, the set was lit up like a war zone. Security tripled. Cast members separated into different rooms. Therapy dogs on standby. Yes, therapy dogs. First to walk in was Kendra. In a sleek black dress, no jewelry, no smile. Then Jock, stoic, dressed in all white like he was walking into a funeral. Rashida came next, clinging tightly to her dignity. And then Kirk, looking more nervous than he ever had. Finally, Medina entered, escorted by a publicist, and wearing a smirk that could curdle milk. The host took a deep breath. This has been, by far, the most intense season of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta to date. And tonight, we are getting answers. The tension in the room was unbearable. Lights, cameras, silence. The host turned to Kendra. After everything that's happened, do you believe this was all an elaborate setup? Kendra didn't blink. Yes, 100%. And I believe Medina was behind it. Medina scoffed. Girl, bye. You had motive, you had access, and you had everything to gain by taking me down. Gain what? Medina laughed. You think people care about you that much? Please. Jock cut in. You used to call Kendra your sister. You were at our engagement party, and now you're leaking sex tapes. I didn't leak anything, Medina snapped. But I did know y'all weren't perfect. I saw cracks. I just let the light in, Rashida interjected. Let the light in? Baby, you dropped a bomb on 2 relationships and lit a match on your own career. Kirk, surprisingly quiet until now, added, You almost cost me my marriage. Again. Medina folded her arms. Then maybe you should stop putting yourself in positions to get caught. That comment hit hard. Rashida stood up. Say that. Again. The host quickly intervened. Let's not escalate. Let's focus on closure. But it was too late. The reunion had gone nuclear. Jock turned to Kendra. After everything, I just need to know one thing. Did you ever have feelings for Kirk? The whole room froze. Kendra looked at Jock, tears building in her eyes. No, I never did. Not once. Not even a little. I was drunk. I was drugged. I was used. But I never, ever looked at him the way I looked at you. Jock stood up, walked to her, reached for her hand, and then, another twist. The host held a phone. We've just received confirmation from the forensic team. The leaked footage was not only edited, it was voice dubbed. Kendra's voice in the tape, it was synthesized using AI. It wasn't her voice at all. Gasps echoed through the stage. Medina turned pale. The smirk vanished. So not only was this a setup, the host continued, but someone deliberately manipulated the footage to sound like Kendra. This goes beyond drama. This is criminal. Kendra broke down crying. Jock pulled her close. The audience, silent. And Medina? She got up and walked out. As the credits began to roll on the reunion special, the final moments showed clips of cast members hugging, crying, reflecting, Rashida and Kirk sharing a quiet moment, hands barely touching, Jock and Kendra standing by the door, finally united again. And Medina's chair, empty, Social media erupted in a frenzy. Fans demanded justice. Arrest Medina. Kendra deserves a public apology. Jock better propose again, and this time in front of the whole damn world. The scandal had nearly destroyed 2 couples, several friendships, and the reputation of the show. But somehow, in the wreckage, a strange new clarity had emerged. Kendra was stronger. Jock was humbled. Rashida was finally seeing Kirk for who he was. And Kirk, well, Kirk was lucky to still have a seat at the table at all. As the final scene faded to black, a teaser rolled in. 1 line, 1 voiceover. This season was wild, but next season, revenge has a name. And just like that, what started as a scandalous whisper became one of the most chaotic, devastating, and unforgettable chapters in Love and Hip Hop Atlanta history. The leaked tape that almost destroyed Kendra and Jock's relationship turned out to be a masterfully manipulated web of lies, deception, and dirty tactics, all orchestrated by someone within their own circle. Betrayal never hits so close to home. Kendra's name may be cleared, but the scars remain. Jock's trust, once shattered, will take time to rebuild. Rashida is still questioning her future with Kirk, who seems to attract trouble like a magnet. And Medina? She's disappeared from the spotlight, but we all know, villains rarely stay gone for long. What's next for these reality stars, caught in a firestorm of lies and leaked footage? Will Kendra and Jock truly heal and rebuild? Can Rashida ever trust Kirk again? Or is this the final straw? And who else was in on the setup? Were there more hands pulling strings behind the scenes? We want to know what you think. Do you believe Kendra's innocence? Was Medina the real mastermind or just a scapegoat? And should Kirk be held accountable for always finding himself at the center of the storm? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We're watching every theory, every opinion, every reaction, and don't forget, like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next wild scandal that rocks the world of your favorite messy reality stars. Because in this world, nothing is ever as it seems, and the next bombshell might already be brewing. Thanks for watching.